Welcome back to my flippin' van life. We are still in Las Vegas, and I went to a couple of different thrift stores. I went to one by myself, and of course I had to meet up with my friend. Oh my god, what are you wearing? It's like 50 degrees out.
This is what I do.
Yeah, what is that, Sonny?
Let us know. To share how one of our team members brightened your visit to Goodwill, go to goodwillvegas.org/welldone.
Big old noggin on there.
Are you wearing spy glasses?
I am wearing my spy glasses.
Oh, and Ray-Bans.
Oh, these are vintage.
So what do you look for when you're reselling? What, like, value-wise? Like, you see this and you're like, oh, cool.
It doesn't always have to be about value. It has to be like what interests me. So Sonny and I went to two different thrift stores, a Goodwill and a Savers, and then I went to one Savers by myself. So all of the footage is kind of like all mixed together, and as you could tell, it was very loud. That place had a lot of intercom noise, and then another place had some radio blasting with music. So there'll be some voiceover mixed with some live audio as well. Here I'm just looking at those teacups. I didn't see anything extraordinary, no Paragon that I was looking for. I didn't think they were, but I just had to double check. That was a Royal Dalton though, which is a really good brand, but there's no saucer to go with that one. And here I found this smoky gray pumpkin looking glass thing, and it was hollow on the bottom, so I thought that was a little odd. I'm checking out the mugs to see if there's any handmade pottery mugs. I didn't see any, but I always have to check. And I do like how they turn them upside down so that way you can see who the makers are without having to flip them all up. And I think they're a little bit more secure because they're on a wire shelf. So I think, I don't know, I feel like they're more secure. And then this one was really cool. It's made of glass. It's Tiara glass, and it was black, maybe a deep amethyst purple black. And it was only 99 cents. They run about $10 each, so there was definitely money to be made there, but with only one, I don't know, it didn't excite me. So I left it behind for somebody else, but definitely vintage and cool to find. So I'm looking to see if there's any more, because if there was two, maybe it would be worth picking up and selling as a pair. But with just being one, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it today. Look at these mugs. These are really pretty with the blueberries and the fruit, and there's a lot of them.
This is really pretty.
All right, here I am showing Sonny this beautiful hand-painted rose. Nope, those are strawberries, Sandy. And he's like, what is this? And I'm like, I don't know. I think it's a bird feeder.
Yeah.
And he's like, is it missing the bottom? I'm like, sure. Back to the strawberry plate. We both agreed it was really pretty, and then it had two prices on it, and I'm like, is it $7.99 or is it $4.99
or $7.99?
And he's like, well, it's $4.99.
Still the same sticker
because it says housewares on the sticker. I'm like, oh, okay, sure, sounds good to me. Either way, I left it behind, even though I did like it. If it was like a Limoges and hand painted, probably would have picked it up, but it was just hand painted inside. That was a cool vase. It was made in China. I still like the pattern on it though. And then down here, I'm checking out the rest of the vases. I like the pattern on this one too. And it had cheese on it right there. I'm like, Sonny, look, this vase has cheese on it. Who doesn't want a vase with cheese on it? All right, so I kept looking. I didn't find anything super fantastic over in the glass ceramic vase area, but then I'm over here, and this is at the Savers. I was by myself, Sonny wasn't with me, and I'm like, I need to line up all of these camels. I'm like, look at them all. Like, there's one. Oh, that's a mule. That's a sheep. I'm like just merchandising for them, and they actually priced them really well, $10, and it was like a set of 9. I didn't count 9, but that's all right. There you go. Now you can see them better. Now maybe somebody will want to buy them. Up here they had a little, I don't know, makeup head. Isn't that for cosmetology?
Ray-Bans for your videos all the time?
Yes. Weed pot. We taught Sonny about the weed pot.
Yeah. I hear weed pot.
Everyone goes the other way. No.
So as you can see, the music was extremely loud, but I was able to find a weed pot and teach Sonny all about them because they are my favorite things. And Sonny found this really cool vintage decanter, and it was made in Japan. It had its original sticker, And then he was telling me about a racing one that he found for $6, and he sold it for over $100. So that was pretty cool. And he's just checking it out. I'm like, are you really even recording this? Because your camera's not even on. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, it's recording. I'm like, oh, it just had a black screen. Everybody has such different cameras. Like, he was enthralled with my spy cameras, my spy glasses camera. And I was enthralled with his little camera. He has a GoPro. So everybody uses something different. Oh, and I'm like, look at this leaf. All right, and now we're at a different, I think we're at Savers now. And there was some Jeanette glass, which is flashed. And those were pricey. He said those been there for a while. They were like $10 each. So I can kind of see why they've been there for a while. This little blue vase was pretty cool, but it was chipped up on the inside. So I put it back. And then I went down here a little bit further. We had to look through the dishware to see if there was anything amazing down here. And no, I didn't see anything really that vintage or anything jumping out at me. And then over, look at this fox. Look at how cute he is. He's totally modern. I know that, but I thought he was adorable. And then I had to check out this pug. Look at him. He's just a little shelf sitter. I have nowhere to put him in the van, but he was super cute. I had to put him up there so everyone could see him. And then this was really scary. It was a turtle made out of wood, but it was like one of those like mushroom wood. I don't know. It creeped me out a little. And there was a cute little unicorn there. Real cute stuff, but it's too modern. It's not what I sell. And even though it's adorable, I did leave it. Look at that pig. He's very smug. And that pig had a repaired ear. Those two might have been a little bit older. And then down here, somebody did an art project. I have no idea what that was. It was just a nugget for $2.99. But this art project was a purse that was also a trinket jar. And Callie Ray Kiss did a really good job. Nice job. And then down here, I had to come and look at these bowls and plates. And this star really caught my attention. And nope, first I had to check out these bugs. I don't know what they are. I still don't know what they are. Some kind of electronic, but the bug eyes caught me. This star was actually made of resin, and it had tons of glitter in it. And Current was the name of it on the back. It was very lightweight. It was pretty neat. And then over here, I had to check out this pie plate. Sonny wasn't with me. This is when I went to the first Savers, and I was by myself. And I had to check out this creamer and sugar set, and this bowl was really pretty. And it was marked. I don't remember who made it. They had a lot of like the older dishware here, which I think is making a comeback. What do you guys think? Do you think the older dishware is coming back? And then some pink depression glass, little bomb dish there. And down here, oh, this was really cool. I found this 4-piece fish dish set. Wow, don't say that 5 times real quick. Okay, so there's a baby fish, another baby fish, and it was like textured and blue and clear, and the eye was applied. It was super cool. It was $10 for the entire set. And I'm like, wow, I really like this. If I had a house, I would buy it, but not very practical for a van. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to leave it. But I did like it. And I liked it for me. I wasn't thinking about for resale or anything. I thought it was a cute little set. Maybe it's for sushi. That's my thought process, because soy sauce for those little dishes. And here we are. Sonny and I are looking at the Christmas. And I'm like, look at this cute little elf shoe. Totally modern, but adorable. And all the holiday was mixed together. There was some Easter mixed in with some Christmas. And then I got excited. I'm like, look, it's the end to the Lipperin Man. And I'm like, maybe it's a candle holder. Where's the O, the E, and the L? So I'm looking around, and I couldn't find it. So I put it back. And then I found this cute little pottery vase there. And this scary little mask. No idea what that is. And then I'm like, Sonny, look, it's one of those no spill mugs. And he's like, oh, no, I could still spill it. But that is definitely one of the vintage mugs before. I think those were even before they had like travel mugs. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. That cup was really pretty. I like the flowers on there, but there was only one. And very brave of me to put it down like that. And then he's like, look at this. And then I found this old Canon camera. And I don't, well, it might not be old, but I don't know anything about cameras. I know Canon's a good brand. And it looked like the lens was broken. I put it down. But weird to see at a Savers. And they had a Christmas tree. Up here they had a bunny pushing a cart. Lots of bunny stuff here. I'm like, I better double check that. That might be vintage, but it wasn't. And then down here they had a little bit of Christmas, and then like, holy moly, now this is a mug. This is a mug you can put a ton of hot cocoa in. Look at it. It's ginormous. I think it was like $5.49. Or coffee. For all you coffee lovers out there, that would be perfect. And then there was a goose. There was two geese. I know how to speak. I think they were planters. And then down here I found a tiki mug, and it was $3.49, and it was one from Hawaii. And I know some of these have value. This one was tan, and I don't know. I like the color ones a little bit better. And then I loved this vase. I don't know anything about it. I just love the colors, the gray and the coral together, and the texture. So I thought about it, but I'm like, I don't know anything about it. And I was being super picky today. And I had to check out that vase. And then I found another tiki mug. And of course, because now I found a pair, I had to go walk it over all the way down to the other tiki mug so somebody could have a pair.
So what do you think this is? It's a mystery.
It's not a fan.
It's a mystery. Let's read it. Land ho went to cry merry England shores. 2 years at sea.
With you at all times. This is
Sonny,
for
stay with me.
convenience of our customers. Thank you for your
Vampire Bride of Jackal, handcrafted. It still doesn't tell me what it is. Garlic press. It's a garlic press. All of that to tell me it's a garlic press.
That's Goodwill.
It's teak. Teak is good.
And then I'm like, look, Sonny, half of a fairy lamp. And he's like, that's a fairy lamp? He's like, no. He's like, I thought it was a chess piece. I'm like, no, it's the bottom of a fairy lamp. Now we just need to find the shade. But we couldn't find the shade, so I gave it a flower instead. And he's like, no, look, it's a chess piece. It's whatever you want it to be, Sonny. There you go. So we kept looking, but we never did find the top of it. I did find a really pretty glass flower votive, though. All right, we kept going, and let's see, what else did we find? This was a really cool vase, and Sonny found something he was looking up, and I was looking at this little candle holder, maybe? Not sure what that even was. And earlier we actually got into a conversation about looking stuff up. That's, I thought, might have been a Costa Boda, but it had a big old crack in it. And both of us feel that it's perfectly okay to look things up while you're shopping. And it just depends on what it is. For me, it just depends what it is. And then over here, I was looking at the grab bags, and I love a good, I don't know, I love a wall of grab bags. If you find a good grab bag and there's like 6 or 7 things in there that are really good, that makes my day. It really does. Like finding a bag of cute figurines that are all in good shape, that are vintage, that makes my day. And of course, if it's at a good price, that's even better. But today, not so much luck. I did go through quite a few of them. This is just one small area of the wall, and there was some interesting stuff, but most of it was modern stuff, so I didn't find anything vintage in the baggies today. And then over here, I was looking at these very modern carpet balls, decorative balls, and I love the designs on them. I love the 3 of them put together. They looked really nice together. And then over here, I was looking at these little angels. Sonny had already checked out that glass vase there that kind of looks like a Mackenzie Childs. It obviously was not, but we did check it out just to make sure. And then we were looking down here, and these, he said, have been there for a few days now, and I can see why. There was 2 of them. They're all right, but definitely not anything I'm looking for. I think they're more bottom, very crudely made glass votives maybe. And here under this was like, I was like, oh, that's resin. It has flowers in it. I thought it was going to be glass, but it was definitely plastic. And he's like, oh, that is pretty. So we both liked it, but I don't think either one of us sells anything like that. So we did leave it behind, but we both liked it. Here he is filming it, checking it out. All right. And then I put it back. And that's how it works. We look at it, we say, do we want it? And then we put it back. And then over here, there was some more. I immediately, it's so funny. I immediately went for this like sea urchin flower thing. And he's like, oh, that's funny. Because I immediately went right for the skull. And I'm like, oh, that's going to glow. He's like, that's not going to glow. I'm like, that's going to glow. So he's like, all right. So I had my rinky-dink little keychain, black light. I'm like, look, glow. And then I'm like, and I knew he had his big one. I'm like, get yours out. It's going to even glow more. And he's like, I don't see the glow. I'm like, there it is, glow. And he's like, oh, it does glow. And the music is just way too loud. I wish I could have shared that audio with you because it was kind of funny. And then over here, we found this whole dish set. And I'm trying to look at the name. Sonny's peeling the sticker off of something. He's being a real rebel. I'm like, oh, Fenton made something like that. And then I looked at it. I'm like, oh, wait, nope, that's Federal Glass. That was way too thin. As soon as I picked it up, I knew it wasn't Fenton. It was way too thin. And it had the Federal mark on it. So, nice little milk glass Federal Stein. And, oh, I totally forgot what I was doing. Never went back to those dishes I was trying to figure out. Found these old little ramekins, glass ramekins there. And then this was a Takahashi, which is definitely vintage. And I'm like, look at this. It's Takahashi. And he didn't know Takahashi. I'm like, it's a Japan brand. And underneath was Chef, I believe. And it was like, it was $4.99. And I'm like, well, it's worth about 10. And so I'm like, that's kind of where I struggle, because it's worth 10. So is it really worth it to buy it at 5, pay the taxes, and then the shipping supplies and the fees to sell it, and then you're just not left with a whole lot of profit. So we both decided to leave it, even though it is vintage and cool. Those elephants were adorable, modern but adorable. But I was trying to get to this lusterware picture back here, definitely Japan and vintage. And I actually didn't mind the handle on that one because it didn't stick out that much. And I left it because it's, I don't know, it doesn't excite me, but really cool to find. And there's a whole dish set here. And it was like one of the queens or princes. I don't know which royalty member it was. I just liked the teapot because it didn't have any people on it. It was $6.99 for that. And then I was looking at this sugar and creamer. And then I had to check out this unicorn and turkey. And then look at this mask. It is somebody's project. And I thought, wow, that was pretty different. I hope they got an A on that. And now we're looking at more baggies. Lots of shells. I kept finding shells. There was some flags in there. And then back here, more shells. If you had an aquarium, perfect. This is the place to be for all your aquarium needs. And then I was with Sonny and I found this fish dish. And I thought it was super cool. It was marked on the bottom with like an Asian mark, and I tried to Google Lens it, couldn't find anything, and it had a tiny bit of damage, so I did leave it. And then this was a Gans single candlestick holder, and it was marked Valerio on the bottom and signed. Never seen it before, so I thought that was pretty cool. Probably vintage, but there was only one. So I put it up. Nice plums on there. And this chicken, this poor chicken. Sonny said it's been there for a while and it had a broken tail. He was really cute though. If he wasn't broken, I probably would have got him. He was cute. And then down here, I found this cute little heart trinket dish. It was $2.99, and I think it was more modern though, so I did choose to leave it. I'm like, Sonny, unicorn, do you need a unicorn? He declined. If you are not following Sonny Las Vegas, please do so here on YouTube. And as always, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.